After talking with some students and with Dr. Yost, who taught 160 in the fall, I decided I wanted to go back in and amend this image that we drew in class today. Now, this is looking at gamete formation in plants, and what I focused on here was that we have first meiosis, followed by either between 1 or 3 rounds of mitosis without cytokinesis, and the result, I said, was single cells that had multiple nuclei in them. You can see the embryo sac at the top with 8 nuclei and the pollen down below with 2 nuclei. All right, now here's what we show in the book, and it's a little different than what I diagrammed. So first of all, there definitely is the meiosis part that produces a haploid cell, and that's followed by 3 rounds of mitosis without cytokinesis. And so then we do get this cell that has 8 nuclei in it. But when my drawing really kind of stopped here at this point, not all the way to the finished embryo sac that they depict. The difference here is that some of those nuclei are now surrounded by plasma membranes, and so they should be considered individual cells within that structure. So there's still the 2 nuclei in the middle that are surrounded by cytoplasm, and in this depiction don't have a plasma membrane. Now, if you're in Dr. Yost's 160 class in the fall, you'll remember a diagram like this, where each of these boxes represented a single haploid cell inside the embryo sac, and that included plasma membranes around those 2 endosperm nuclei. I'm going to stick with the book's depiction that shows those 2 nuclei as not having that membrane around them. Same with the pollen. I stopped kind of here in the middle, where there were 2 nuclei in the single cell, but in fact one of those is surrounded by a plasma membrane in the finished pollen. So just to summarize, here's where I left it in class, where we had these multinucleated cells, but I think the best depiction for these cells would be to include plasma membranes around some of these individual nuclei. One around this nuclei in the pollen, and then in the embryo sac, we're going to have plasma membranes around these 6 nuclei at the top and the bottom. So that doesn't make this a single cell with multiple nuclei. What it makes is a structure that has a number of haploid cells as part of that overall structure.